Welcome to What is Genealogy, Part 2, Websites to Explore from the Willamette Valley Genealogical Society. In this video, I will show you some websites where you can search for information and a few tips about the sites. We can now play detective. We get to go searching for clues. So let's take a look at some of those websites that will help us do that. Ancestry.com is the first one. It is a subscription site, so you do need to pay to use it. They do have free trials every once in a while, or the Salem Public Library has their own subscription, so you can go in and use it there. This is the main page. We're going to do a quick search for somebody from Salem, Douglas McKay. We see we have over 3 million results, so we'll want to narrow this down. These are all the different categories over here that we can search through. For this search, though, we are going to look at census records. And right here we see the 1930 U.S. Federal Census, so let's give that a try. He is popping up right here at the top. We'll go in and view his record. Ancestry helpfully transcribes a lot of the documents, so we don't even have to go in, but I recommend that we always go into an original document if it's available, because sometimes they don't get all the information. So if we look through the transcribed information, we see 3 people in his household. And let's go back up to the top and take a look at the original. Another thing Ancestry does that is very helpful is highlight the family that you're looking at. So here's Douglas McKay right down here at the bottom. If we zoom in, we can see the family members. And here's all 3. But we're seeing it on the original. However, they're at the very bottom of the page, so we might want to look at the next page just to make sure that everybody is accounted for. And when we go to the top, we see 2 more people in the household. So this is an example of not quite getting all the information and the reason why we want to see the originals. So that's some of the information we can find on Ancestry.com. Now let's take a look at FamilySearch.org. FamilySearch.org is free, so you can use it at home. This is the main page, and search is right here. Let's search for Douglas McKay again. And we see that we don't get quite as many results this time. We do find him right here. This is the 1940 census. If we click on it, it doesn't take us to another page like on Ancestry, but we still get a lot of information. They've transcribed some of it. We've got the people in the household and census information about this particular document. And we can also view the original. Family Search doesn't highlight the people on the original like on Ancestry, but they do have this down here at the bottom where they've transcribed everybody's name on this page and a little bit of the information. And we can see that Douglas McKay is right down near the bottom of the page again. So we'll shorten this and zoom in. And we find him right down here. He's down at the bottom, but he's not all the way at the bottom like last time, so we do not need to check the next page on this one. And that's just some of the information we get on FamilySearch.org. Another option is Find a Grave. You'll notice I've got 2 sites here. It's the same site, and it's free to use, but this first one is the main page, and it has a lot on it. The second link goes directly to the search page. This is what the main page looks like, and this is the link we want right here. It's where the second link goes directly to. So let's look for Douglas McKay's grave site. Here we can also narrow down our search with the year he was born in 1893. And we can search the year he died, 1959. And you can also do approximate dates if you don't know exactly. Or no dates. We have one result, so we'll click on that. And we see we actually get a short biography and a picture of him. We also get family links, where he was buried, and we get pictures of his headstone and the cemetery. So this will help us find out a little bit more information about him. In this case, we learned that he was in World War I, World War II, and he was governor of Oregon, and he worked with President Eisenhower. Another option for searching is the Oregon State Archives. They have the Early Oregonian database. This is a database of people who were in Oregon before 1860. And the link is right here at the top. We can't look up Douglas McKay here, so we're going to look up the first name Smith and see what we find. And we actually find quite a few people. We can see that not everybody has the same information filled out. We will go into this one at the bottom, Smith Williams, and we can see quite a bit of information. In this case, we've got information about birth and death and where. We've got marriage information, and we see that there's a donation land claim, and we can contact the reference desk if we would like to purchase a copy of the records. Then we also see the census years that he shows up on. So this is another interesting place to look for information. I've also included the 100 best genealogy sites so you can find your own websites that are interesting and useful for you. An important last note: keep track of the information you find and where you found it. This is a very important step to remember. I mentioned it in part 1, but it's always worth repeating. And if you need any more help, please come visit us at the Salem Public Library or look for more information on the website. Thank you.